So guys, what is up? It is Teacher's Game 2 coming at you again with another video here, and I am here right now to obviously show you, well, one of the most terrifying tames of the game for a lot of people, the Araneo. Now, the Araneo is actually a pretty cool tame. To be totally honest with you, it's very unused. I have only ever faced it one time in PvP, and I will never forget that moment. I'll tell you about that story in a second here. So, Araneos, what are they good at? Well, they're actually not a bad overall tame. This is a level 298 because it is max level tame, so 150 perfect tame, plus those 74 levels that you can also get. Now, I leveled a lot in the melee, so they got some stupid high melee. And I leveled a little bit in the stamina just because I don't like being stuck around. Now let's talk about their attacks. They have a primary, which is kind of just like a little push forward. And then they've got their web shot, which shockingly does quite a bit of distance, but it slows things an incredible amount. Check this out. Look how slow it is. It slows things down to 10% of their speed. And then look how fast the Araneo attacks. No, it's not going to be gathering you a ton of raw hide, raw meat, or prime meat, but this is also one time, so it's actually not a bad amount of stuff that it's getting from that. Now, Pegomastex? Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. Look how fast he is now. And you actually do quite a bit of damage with this attack. Man, there you go. So these are a lot of fun to use, other than the fact that the noises they make are really, really creepy. You hear kind of like the squishing around of the legs and stuff like that. They do not have a jump ability. They do not have the ability to like super sprint, if you want to call it that. Some dynamos are super fast. However, these guys really only have two main uses. And one, they're actually, if someone pops one of these out in PvP, you're host. Because if you have friends with you and they hit you with this web attack, that is slowing you down to 10% of your normal movement speed. If you have a friend and he pulls out an Araneo and hits somebody with it and slows the other guy down, you win. What are they going to do? And these little webs, they actually lock on. So it's kind of like the Reaper attack, where you can lock onto things, which is pretty neato. And as you can see, they don't take fall damage either, which is pretty nice. At least maybe I'm just not taking fall damage in this mode. Man, they're cool. So, anyways, I like these tames a lot. Now, they're useful in PvP because if you manage to slow somebody, it's over. See ya. Bye-bye. But there's one more use for them. I'm going to go ahead and show you what that is. I'm going to go ahead and place this guy over here. Come on, get up this hill. You're a spider. You should be able to climb things. There we go. Just like this. Now, what you can do, behavior, there is no turret mode on them. But if you go to aggressive and encumber them, what they'll do is they'll automatically launch their webs at people or things just like that. And notice how that thing is totally slowed down. It's actually decent base defense because if you hide these guys in like little pockets and stuff like that, they'll slow things down, automatically use their webs, and even kangaroos can't escape from them, which is pretty neat, obviously. Let's go. Okay, I'll let him deal with the Pegomastex. Now, another quick cool thing, their primary bite attack does do torpidity. It's not a lot of torpidity, but it's enough to justify a little bit of concern for somebody, which is kind of cool. Now, let's see if I can find one more target just so I can show you. If you encumber this guy, they will wrap him in a net. It's a lot of fun. Same thing with pteranodons, all that kind of stuff. So if someone's trying to C-spin you, you can have these guys on the inside, and that C-spin no longer works. Here's a little bit more of an aggressive tame, Direwolf. But he has now met my Araneo. And it doesn't end well for him. So, anyways, I really like this tame. Oh my goodness, Microraptor, hello. Another Microraptor, but my Araneo wants him. They're a really fun tame. I don't think they're the most necessarily useful. That being said, they could be used as a turret, and they can also be useful in PvP. I can tell you that one story. I basically was fighting these two guys in a Giga, and they got an Araneo out behind me, webbed me because it doesn't matter how big the tame is. It webs everything. And it absolutely slaughtered me because basically I was stuck in place and there wasn't much I could do about it. Alright, well anyways, hopefully this full video helps you out. The Araneo are pretty cool. Not necessarily the most useful, but certainly something that I would at least encourage you to try taming. In order to tame them, you kind of have to go into a cave and sneak in behind them with some ghillie and force feed them some meat and stuff. Alright, anyways, hopefully this little tutorial helps you out and teaches game 2.